If anyone's tried filming before, they'll understand how awkward these intros are. But yeah, I'm just going to get straight onto the video. As you remember, last session we made around $3, so did a pretty decent session last episode. But again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to play 2 tables, cash game 122 cent, cash game 1-2, and yeah, sitting on 2 tables, and we'll see how it goes. So a lot of people in the last episode were telling me that sometimes I'll be talking a bit too quick, and they wanted me to explain it in a bit more detail. So what I may do is maybe play a specific hand at the end of the video and break it down in a bit more detail or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. So we have got ace 10 on the button, so we are going to re-raise this, try and get at least this hand into heads up. Okay, this guy calls, that's, yeah, nice. Spike an ace. Okay, cool. So he's checked it, we've got position, so we are going to be betting this back. I can't see him having a king in any range. Well, he could have a king, but I'd say still continuation bet. Yeah, there we go. We still had the backdoor flush draw, but it may not be good. But you wanna be playing your hands quite aggressively, especially against low stake players. Ace 3. We'll check this down. I don't really feel confident, and we haven't been taken to showdown on this specific table or the other table as well, to be fair. So I don't want to be making too many bluffs, especially with bad hands and out of position. So I want to be showing them. So if I know that I'm going to be going to showdown, I want to be showing them the goods. So in this situation, I didn't really feel too good about my hand, so we're just going to be checking it down. Ace king. Yeah, I mean, like why this guy doesn't raise pre-flop, I have no idea. Obviously, if we was in that situation, we would be folding pre-flop. I've been waiting here for a very long time for a good hand, and this isn't a good hand, so I'm gonna let it go. Watch how it comes. Straight flush or some BS. But yeah, you do have to be disciplined in situations like that. I've been playing 14 minutes and I haven't had a single decent hand. Apart from that ace 10, maybe that was probably my best hand. But yeah, so you just have to be disciplined. Like this guy, I mean, he's clearly raising because he's on the button most times, but you just want to not play out of position with a hand like Jack 9 suited. But yeah, like when a flop like this comes, like what are you meant to do? If you're in position, then fair enough, you can take a stab at it. But when you're out of position, it just gets a bit awkward and you're essentially just throwing money away. Again, like if that hand was given to me on the button, or I'm in late position, I would consider playing that hand. Alright, so I got a question asked by a mate in the last video, and how to play low pocket pairs. So in my opinion, you either play low pocket pairs very late position, so like on the button or just before, and maybe if they're like pocket 5s or something like this, you do consider re-raising them in the big blind and small blind, because you want to be having the betting lead. So okay, I mean, get nothing again, but typically you are trying to set mine and you assess after the flop, depending on what the cards come and how everyone's played it. But most of the time you are going to be good if the action pre-flop wasn't too aggressive. Just complete. And normally I wouldn't do this. Let's see a flop. Okay, I mean, I shouldn't be in this hand, but now we've pretty much got a decent hand. Flush draw. I mean, everything missed. Yeah, we'll bet. Probably has an ace if he re-raises us. Oh, I mean, I have no idea what just happened there, but I shouldn't have been in that hand in the first place. So yeah, I mean, don't play that line. I don't know what I was doing. So if you look here, so again, if we was to break down that hand, it folded to me on the small blind, and I completed, which I shouldn't be doing. In my opinion, you either raise or fold, so I should be folding in that situation, but those 2 hearts are just too attractive. And then he raised, which he should be doing, and you could check here and there, but raising is a better option. And I might as well call. I didn't limp to fold, right? So I call. We hit bottom pair, and we have backdoor flush. So it goes check, check, and then we get a really good turn, which is the ace of hearts. So either he hits the ace, because he could be raising with an ace pre-flop, but now we have equity. So any other heart wins it for us, or a 4 or a queen. So those are our outs, unless he has a set, then we have less. So on the river, I do something, on the turn, so I bet 5, because most of the times I should be good, or I will be good on the river, because I have loads of cards that will help me catch up. So there are 9 hearts in the deck, there are 3 queens in the deck, and there are 2 4s in the deck. So that's 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, something like that, right? So 15. So our outs are 15 times 2, so that's the last card to come up. So 15 times 2 is 30, so we have 30%. So that's the rule of thumb if people don't know. So on the turn, if you know your equity, it's your outs, so that's the cards that will give you the best hand, times 4. And on the river, it's the cards that will give you the best hand, times 2. So in this situation, we have 30%. So we don't hit anything, we have a 4. So what I do next is something called a blocker bet. So a blocker bet is just a bet where I don't want to show too much weakness. I do bet 50%, I think it is, and I'm okay with putting that much. I could get a fold, and worst case scenario I get a call and I'm beat, yeah. But actually the worst case scenario is I bet and he raises me, so there is an option to checking and then calling down, but I did want him to fold in that situation because I did miss the flush draw. So it was a bluff, because I've got nothing but a bluff catcher, if that makes sense. And then for some reason he calls and I win. So I don't know what happened there. Diamond! Just watch me lose this hand, yeah. Just watch. So I'm first to act. So I'm gonna, oh shite. I don't want too many people coming along. So I am gonna make this 0.18, sorry, 18 cents. But if there is a hand to play early position, this is it. Okay, so I'm gonna be quite cheeky. We've got too much, like
you want him to do you so much you could do anything.
Our hand's way too strong, so the best thing to do in this situation is just check and let your opponents catch up. They could easily have an ace. Okay, this is perfect. So I am just going to smooth call. You don't want to rush this kind of hand. Oh, that's a really bad card. That is the worst card that could have probably come, because now there is, I shouldn't have checked it. Why did I check it? I should be betting that, because now he could check if he has any spade. But I think this situation is an all-in situation, but I shouldn't have checked it. Let's see what he has. Ace 10. If he has ace 10, I'm going to stab myself.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out play.
I just no words, mate. Just no words. Alright, so let's break this hand down. So we open up with ace king suited in the small blind, and we get 3 limpers. So you should be raising this hand any situation. You don't want to be playing this hand out of position and with too many players. So premium hand, raise it to 18 cents, double the pot, so good sizing. And we get 2 callers. Was quite surprised, but fair enough, 2 callers, and we hit like gold, like we just hit gold. So at this situation we should be thinking about what cards our opponent can have. So if our opponent has an ace, that's really good, because in no situation does our opponent has ace 8. It could have ace king, so we'll be splitting, but no situation our opponent has ace 8. So they could have weaker aces or something like kings, queens, but if they had kings and queens, they should be re-raising us pre-flop, so we can scrap that out. So in my head right now, I'm thinking, okay, cool, maybe pocket 10, something like this, right? And then of course the idea of someone having a flush, But I'm trying to play this as sneaky as possible, because in this situation, most of the times our opponents are well behind because we're well ahead, right? So we're giving our opponents rope to hang themselves with, so just to catch up. So I do check it, because if I do bet into 2 opponents, think about it, right? If I'm betting into 2 opponents, I'm literally screaming I have an ace. Okay, so that's the reason I check in that situation, and we get a bet. The second opponent folds, and in this situation, the mistake I made is here. I should have re-raised this, because I should have thought into more detail. Okay, what could he have? If he's betting, he has an ace or better, so he could have an ace, a mad draw, or a set, so a full house, because set of 8s and then the 2 aces. So in this situation, I should have bet, re-raised it to 1.8, literally just gone all in, just to put a bit of pressure on him. And if he does fold, we win a decent sized pot. But I did want to play a bit sneaky, and I just didn't put him on what he had. So I just call it, and the 10 comes, so the flush gets there, and now there is also a straight draw. 9 something, I don't know, but there is also straight possibilities now. So for some stupid reason, again, I check. Okay, I have no idea why I'm doing this, but then again, I'm losing anyway. So but in this instance, I shouldn't be checking. I should most definitely be betting, and I should have been all in on the flop. If I'm checking and he's betting into me again, I should be folding. But I just got a bit too passive, and I just didn't believe him. Went all in when I should have done it last turn. He goes all in, and he has the goods again. I'm not expecting to be seeing 5-6 suited, but when you're playing micro stakes, you are going to be playing against a lot of people that play poor holdings, and you are obviously trying to get in with the best hand, but that's just poker. You're not always going to get it your way, and in this situation, I'm still not drawing dead. Any king, 8 or 10 wins it for me, so that's the reason I went all in. But so our outs, so we calculate our outs. We've got 3 8s, we've got 1 ace, 3 10s, and 3 kings, so that's 10. So we're 20%, and we don't hit it. What was it, a 6 or something, right? And yeah, so again, the problem about this hand was I should have just raised all in this situation, and I'm pretty sure from previous experience when playing against low stake players or micro stake players, they're gonna call either way. Like, it's just, you know, $1, whatever it is. So in this situation, it's just a bad beat, but I did play it quite poor, because you shouldn't be playing this hand like this. But then again, you shouldn't have been in this hand with 5, 6, whatever suited in the first place. Raise this to 6. Queen Jack, but we've got nothing. We've literally got nothing to bet this with. I'm not going to slow play this. I am going to raise this, because the flip, do you see there's 2 clubs out there, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm going to raise this to 30. That's kind of a weak raise, actually. I should have just gone all in. I don't know what I'm doing. And if he folds, I'm gonna, I swear. Okay, we just call this. Oh, we won. We won. And of course the club gets there, and I'm pretty sure one of these guys had a club that folded. So if I didn't re-raise that, that would have got through. Okay, ace queen. Very good holding to have. We're going to raise it to 6 again. Okay, I do not want to be playing with this many people. Okay, this is not going to be fun. Alright, so we have a gut shot. I am going to check it. One too many players to be semi-bluffing this. Okay, 10 cents, because obviously we could get re-raised. But playing one opponent, we are not getting the immediate odds, but we do spike a 10 or any ace, we could be good. Okay, we get a queen. I think I might go for a bluff, but let's check. If you bet, I am going to raise, because I don't see him having a diamond, so I am going to go for the raise, all in. And this is probably going to be so bad. Oh, okay. Okay, finally. Okay. To be fair, the way this is going, it's probably going to end up proper bad. Just don't want to see an ace on the flop, but open up for 6. Plenty of opponents to play, but oh my god, if this folds through. We raise? Oh, he's gonna fold. I folded. Ace queen on the button. I've got a few limpers already. I'm gonna raise it to 22 because of the number of limpers there are in the pot. You can raise it to like 18, 19, that should do the job. Just flip him flush draw, just give him the stupid heart. I'm gonna bet low. I'm gonna bet 15 because I mean I could check it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it. Here we go. This is my own fault. I've just been playing like shite, and now the flipping straight gets us. I mean, I can't fold. You know what? Just take my money.